G'day, welcome back to part 6 of our trip from Jiri to Everest Base Camp. We're very close now, but there's Cholo Pass to get over first. Well, as before, I'm no expert here, but I hope you get a good sense of what it's really like. Following the simple map, we see our path from Dzonglha over the pass to Dzonglha, up to Pheriche and go up Shep and ultimately Everest Base Camp. So as before, we'll see what happens and we'll catch you at the end. Cheers. We start this part from Dzonglha, staying overnight at the Tashi Friendship Lodge, another very nice and comfortable place to stay. The lodge is one nearest in this photo of the village nestled in below a rocky outcrop, very close to the edge of the very large Dzonglha glacier. It's Cholo Pass today, so we're up early to be greeted with a light dusting of snow. It's pretty chilly at our 5 AM breakfast before finally heading off about 6 in foggy conditions up the valley beyond the village.
Oh, we got back. Still smiling.
Good, having fun. As the sun came out, it quickly melted away the overnight snow. Warming up, it wasn't long before all of us took off layers of clothing. Alright, here's our backdrop, and here comes the old Kiwis. Alright. Set up. Here's our guide Pimba up the front, and then we have Roy closely behind. And here comes the tough old bird, Kathy. We're almost at the pass.
That's the most difficult thing I've ever done.
Hey, Uncle Jim or no?
And not too far behind Kathy we have Brendan, the doctor. Here he comes. And then the other guide, Dawa. Here they go, and there's the pass right there. Slow and steady wins the race. Oh, was that for the camera, was it? Here we go. I made it. Hey. Good work, Joe.
Chola.
Hey. A scarf given to Kathy for protection is left on the pass to acknowledge that her close friend has not been very well for many years. Alison said while visiting Nepal, the Dalai Lama blessed the scarf personally. As a symbol of our presence, I had another of Heather's painted stones to leave as well. I awoke early to a frozen morning, but fine and clear. It was a fantastic amphitheatre of mountains all around. Incredible place. Our trusty porters are loaded up. Note the low wearing jeans. A fashion I think has passed in New Zealand. Must be really uncomfortable in my view. And he often carries his phone in his back pocket too. Nice guy though, all the same. Arriving at Labuchi, it's obviously washing day. While busy doing it with the washing machines, didn't expect that, they had loud music going. The same music you now hear on the video.
Pieces of plywood.
11 pieces of plywood. Alright.
How much? 77 kilo. Wow. It's easier than me, man.
Anci, dia tu biasa betul.
As I arrive in Gorup Ship, interestingly there is some building going on. Note the stack of plywood on the left. Also of note is the roof frame under construction, as all timber is carried in on someone's back from the forest lower down. It's short in nature, therefore the frame is nailed together with lots of overlaps. Also of note, they do have some power tools with a generator visible, but they are expensive for the locals to buy, so mostly hand tools are the norm. However, the use of technology in regard to solar panels for power seems now widespread throughout the Khumbu Valley, which is good to see. The greatest leap though is cell phone coverage and Wi-Fi access. It seems to be available almost everywhere. Hello again. Today is the day. Everest Base Camp, here we come. But will we make it? For the four of us, there were two options. Either an early morning trek to Everest Base Camp as planned, or climb up to Kalapata to get a good view of Everest. Unfortunately, it wasn't time to do both, as we used up an extra day as a rest day earlier on. EBC was always my goal, so my choice was easy, and I'm pretty sure it was the same for Joe. Besides, we had both enjoyed good views of Everest previously from Gokyo Rai. Brendan had been to EBC before, and Kathy had been to another EBC on the Tibetan side, so they were happy to choose Kalapata. So we split in two. Pemba guided Brendan and Kathy up Kalapata, and Dawa took Joe and I to EBC. We got up early and saw that it had snowed overnight. In thick fog, we left Gorup Ship by 5:30 am. Straight away, I certainly felt the effects of the thin air. Maybe in the excitement I'd forgotten to breathe enough and had to stop a number of times to regather myself. Thoughts of crashing out was a definite worry. Luckily the fog was clearing and I could see Joe ahead very close to the famous rock. Plodding on, my focus was now that rock and not the annoying helicopters that were already flying at 7 o'clock in the morning. Then, yeehaw, we'd made it. And better still, we were the first ones there that morning, so we had the rock to ourselves. Fantastic.
Oh, here we are, the Mount Everest Base Camp. A lot of choppers around, people starting to show up. Yeah, everyone wants to get their picture in front of the famous Everest Base Camp rock. We were fortunate enough to go up into the tents and have a bit of brekkie and a hot cup of tea.
Yes, Joe is here walking towards the first yellow expedition tent after Dawa invited us over. Inside is a full kitchen and dining area. Dawa, with a family connection here, said the team had already guided their 4 Japanese clients to the summit of Everest and were in the process of packing up for the season. Thanks to Dawa, it truly was a special moment and we felt very privileged. Returning back to the rock, the fog had cleared to reveal a fantastic morning.
Yeah, well done, Roy. You made it. Yeah. Yeah.
Very pleased.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
pleased.
Good on you, mate. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kathy and Brendan are on Kalapata. Their story starts from here.
some of Kalipata in order to get a clear view of Everest. Helicopters going every 5 minutes. The tourists are landing. Just up there we did see Everest. Is the from the ice fall, and down in that valley is the Everest Base Camp. And as you can see, we're just surrounded by peaks. It's just fantastic.
Back at Pheriche, it's a quick bite to eat before leaving to our next night stop at Pheriche. Further on, we pass by a fitting memorial site. If you are in tune with famous mountaineers who are synonymous with climbing Everest, then New Zealander Rob Bull is one of the best. As a head guide for Adventure Consultants in 1996, he, a fellow guide, and 2 of his clients tragically died while on the descent. I still remember clearly listening to the news story at the time. It was very sad. But a hero too, as the story goes, and told by the best-selling account Into Thin Air and the 2015 film Everest. Just below Dzonglha there was a stream to cross, the only one on the whole trip so far. Apparently the bridge was washed away recently and hadn't been replaced yet.
Just pick her up and carry her. Take him back here.
Oh, you got all that on video!
Yes, yeah, good old video.
There you go.
What's Dr. Brennan up to?
It's Cousin Roy again, taking home videos. And we're on the way down. Going down.
As I watch some locals tie loads onto these yaks, it is not that far now to our night stop and the end of this part of our trek. In summary, reaching EBC is not technically difficult, but unlike the locals, for me it was a personal challenge of putting myself against the constraints of altitude in this amazing country and coming out on top. That was my Everest moment, and I am very happy to come away achieving that. However, any climb to the top is only halfway, so in the next part I will cover our return to KTM, a return with some unexpected turns. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click like and subscribe too if you want to see more from my channel. Thanks for watching, cheers and Merry Christmas 2023.